Anyways, you guys remember when we ended up talking about this? This is the available additions to the game. And a lot of us kind of speculated what we would actually get. I can confirm the items that we actually will get out of these packs are going to be this cape and costume. But then there's also a couple other capes. The middle pack gives us this as a costume with a cape. I'll show you guys these in a second. And then the last pack gives us this outfit as well. We don't get to see it from the front or anything like that, but they did end up making a tweet. Anyway, they do mention that you can end up mixing and matching any items that you want. They show a whole bunch of different capes, but here you can see there's an outfit that goes with some of this stuff. Maybe in that case, it's just a hat. I don't know. Either way, I mean, it looks cool. I'm really happy to see that the game has been developed as much as it has. I don't know, like the animations and everything just look really slick to me. I'm still extremely excited for this game, despite the fact that I rag on like other people. It's just because I think YouTube has kind of turned into a cesspool. But yeah, that cape looks pretty dope. Generally speaking, I'm glad that they're going the Minecraft route, where these capes will probably end up being an item that you won't be able to get once the game comes out of early access in like 20 years or something, if it doesn't end up getting abandoned. Just painting a realistic picture, because I've played hundreds of these voxel type games, but I still think that this is it's very palpable. This is a fantastic timeline that we live in right now, where we are seeing Hytale. But don't worry, the cosmetics isn't the only thing that we're going to be talking about today. And no, I'm not going to ramble about the things that are pissing me off. So there was a couple other tweets that I think are worth talking about here. This one says, we've seen some requests for gliders. Breath of the Wild gliding? Yes, I am now like even more, like look at this. I am so much more sold on this than I was previously. I should have put the capes in full screen as well, but who cares? The gliding doesn't look good. It looks like it was something that they just threw together really quick, or maybe it was something they already had predetermined, because that looks like a fully fleshed out glider. The fact that you have to equip it on your hotbar, I personally really don't like that. I think that it should just be something that you put like on your character, and then maybe when you jump in the air, it should just glide, or you press space a second time and you should glide, and then slowly lead up to the Elytra equivalent that this game is probably going to end up having. But there's a couple other quick little images here. This one's just for enthusiasts, so this is going to end up being what the title screen looks like. They did mention that this is very, very bare bones, and that you will be able to have a variety of backgrounds. And then they have this, which is, do not show this to Reddit. I like this. It's showing a dragon fight or something. But I think the image that got me the most excited recently was this one, because not only do we see this guy jumping with a fire axe, a Twinblade. Like, if this is, like, I'm expecting this skeleton armor is probably not something we can get. What I would genuinely hope this game does, but it probably won't, is adhere to the Dark Souls / Minecraft level of, oh, you farm this creature enough times, it'll eventually drop its gear. That would be like my ideal. And if the mod tools are accessible enough, I could potentially do stuff like that myself, I hope. I mean, again, I'm not trying to dog on the modding community with my comments earlier. It's more so the ego of some people that just really rubs me the wrong way. Either way, a Twinblade being in the game is absolutely insane. Yes, give it to me. They got a lot of other random screenshots that don't matter, but this one, I don't know. It shows that they're working on the farming. They have a hoe. These, honestly, these are parts that have me a little bit concerned, if I'm being honest, because just because Minecraft did it doesn't mean that you need to do it. Like, I hate farming in games, and I kind of feel like if I wanted to farm, I'd play Stardew Valley, or I would just play Minecraft and do farming stuff. Oh wait, people try to automate farming right away because it's so boring, because nobody wants to do it. Because why would anyone want to do agriculture work in a video game? I know there's some of you out there that enjoy it, but for me personally, I really hope that the farming in this game leans more towards what Core Keeper does. So for those of you that don't know, Core Keeper, farming is optional, but it provides buffs rather than being a, oh, my character is starving. My character that's made of cubes and fighting gigantic bug monsters and like aliens has to eat. Anyways, beyond the ramblings, there is Hytale's first FAQ. This was actually December 3rd, so I'm a little bit late to this one. And we're just gonna kind of skim through it. So it says, will Hytale be on Steam? No, not initially. I mean, we kind of know why, because they want to be able to get all the profits themselves, and I totally understand that. But anyway, they say we want to spend our time in early access working away at it. Eventually, they might end up bringing it to Steam. Okay, cool. Is there a console version of the game? No, they're planning on a console release at a later stage, but a lot of people seem to think that this is still the version that they had in development while they were under Riot, which is just not the case. To, you know, in case we get any random click-throughs on this video, like we do on some of these Hytale videos, all of the 4 years of content from Hypixel being under Riot has just been scrapped. The version of the game that we're going to be getting January 13th it's going to be 4 years old and very dated and very jank. They were trying to rush it for a holiday release, but they couldn't do it. Anyways, no mobile version of the game, still evaluating what it would take to make it feasible. I hope not, just because there's, okay. I like the idea of it being on a mobile device for people that want to play it, but I personally think that games trying to be on mobile device or being developed around mobile device ruins it, because it means that it's held back by mobile devices, not only just in terms of its graphical fidelity, but most of all its scope and gameplay depth, because with a phone, all you can really do is tap a button on your screen, right? What is in each game edition? While the content of the editions will be revealed soon, I can already share that they are planning on expanding content in each edition, even the standard edition, over time during early access, meaning that we basically are gonna buy into the game and they're gonna slowly reward us with more free stuff as the game continually develops, which is great. And has me also a little concerned whether or not they're gonna keep adding like more store pack stuff later down the line. Like if they did, I hope they only keep it to cosmetics, but then there's a flip side to that, because it means if you can pay for cosmetics, a lot of the vanilla gear might suck, like in Path of Exile 2. Can I upgrade my edition later? Yes. How long are these editions available? They'll be available during the early access period, so don't worry, you've got a few years. Can I gift Hytale to friends and family? There's no gifting feature yet. Honestly, that would be kind of cool. If they could implement something like that that would actually be very reasonable, I could give away a couple copies or something like that. Granted, this game is going to be in US currency, which means it's going to be insanely expensive for my Canadian butt. Is there a pre-purchase bonus? No, considering the state of the game. Thank God, I hate pre-purchase bonuses. Will Hytale support regional currency? Basically, no, it's $20 US for the cheapest version. So some people are just gonna be even more screwed than me. They are working hard to get regional pricing. I wonder if that would mean that I would get some money back once that's implemented, but I doubt it. Will there be pets and animal taming? It's planned. Is there a fishing system in the game? Unfortunately, not yet. Please God, don't add fishing. Will Hytale have voice proximity chat? We are close to having a system like it working, but it won't be ready for the early access release. This is really funny because one of the Hytale content creators was talking as if voice chat and proximity chat was already in the game and coming out of early access. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, people are just lying. Will there be cosmetics you can purchase to support Hytale's development? Here we go. This is the part that has me concerned. So at the time you get special avatar cosmetics through early access. They may offer cosmetics later once the game is in a better state and when they introduce mini games. They do reassure that they aren't going to end up making pay to win options, which I don't know how they would in a game like this anyways. Imagine Minecraft being pay to win. I guess it would be like, oh, you can get a subscription fee or patron that makes it so that your stuff crafts faster. I don't know. They say pays cosmetics will eventually become a thing, but they will still add free cosmetics. They do mention that modders can help create various assets, but they're not going to end up necessarily taking a modded costume and selling it and giving that person a cut, which means that those paid cosmetics are gonna be worthless because people are gonna mod those into like the base skins. They do mention that third-party servers will be allowed to override cosmetics to match their theme or to sell their own cosmetics for their server only to cover their costs. I don't, Oh, I don't like that. That is a huge red flag. They say we ask servers to continue supporting the official cosmetics as this helps us keep developing tools. That means we're gonna, okay. That means rather than this being like, it's gonna turn into Roblox. All those scumbag Roblox like companies are gonna jump on board with Hytale, and the servers are gonna, like, the third-party servers are just gonna be so filled with slop, dude. Yeah, and they do mention they want to work with others so they can sell their work in the official in-game store. Yeah, a lot of this is kind of red flags, because as soon as people start focusing on the money, it loses a lot of the appeal of like us genuine gamers that just want to play the game. Again, this isn't saying that it's like donezo or anything like that, but this is genuinely concerning. Will the game be available in my local language? English only, at least for now. Will Hypixel take a cut from third-party servers? No, they're taking 0% for the first 2 years from any third-party server or modder who wants to monetize their work. That doesn't mean there are no costs at all. Please still account for monetization, platform fees, payment provider fees, etc. So if I hypothetically make a server and then like just make some garbage that you guys buy, are they saying that it has to go through their store, and that's going, like, are they going to end up having their own stupid currency? You know, like Fortnite, where it's got V-Bucks. Like this, again, I know that at the end of the day, Hytale is really desperately trying to recoup their losses, but these are some huge red flags, dude. I guess that also means that their roadmap is 2 years of early access, I would assume. But they just go on to say what happens after 2 years. They'll take, I don't know, something around 20% of your purchase fee. It is such a, like, double-edged sword though, because the idea of being able to host like a cool server and have that server be like self-sustained, just like, you know, people buying stuff, means that it pays for the server to stay online. Like, that's cool. But the problem is that I and a lot of our people, in order to host a server, are probably going to have to use third-party websites. So that's going to really dissipate the cost of everything. And it just, I don't know, man. Wait. Can I support my favorite content creator? If they participate in our creator program, you can use their code at checkout. While it won't give you any benefits directly, the person you are supporting will be grateful, as it will allow them to create more of their excellent content for you and many others. Where's their content creator program? Who can participate? Anyone who regularly creates Hytale content, me, can sign up. I'm going to play this game until it's dead. We understand that Hytale hasn't been released yet, but you can still apply. Where? If you're doing general gameplay videos and are planning to cover Hytale, dude, the fact that they have a creator code, that is actually like huge. Yeah, I know that that's like such a contradiction from me like being all red flag towards all of the monetization, but most of all, it's just because everybody else like gets really, really greedy when it comes to how they can manipulate people into buying stuff on their server. But the idea of you guys just manually choosing of your own free accord to put a creator code that gives me a kickback, like, that's something that I wanted in Trove for decades, because that helps pay the bills, bro. They do say that the sale you receive from the code will be 5% initially until we recoup the cost of the game's development, and then it'll end up going up to 7%. Okay, that's cool. How about let me be a part of that content creator program so that when you guys buy early access next week, oh wait, the content creator program conveniently isn't live yet. Wah, wah, wah. Everybody's already going to end up having the game. Anyways, yeah, lots of good stuff here. But again, there's concerns. Like, I'm still extremely excited about the game and happy that it's coming out. And I think that my concerns are probably just unwarranted, and hopefully this doesn't end up turning into my fears, because I've played a lot of video games and a lot of games that are very, very monetized that I don't like how they handle monetization, and I just see like a lot of this can go horribly wrong. Does that mean that it will? Time will tell. But suffice to say, we'll be able to pre-order the game December 13th. I don't know a time that that's going to be available yet, but I'm obviously going to buy the most expensive pack, and I'm going to cover everything that I can about the game. You guys know my whole spiel. I'm the block guy already, playing Trove for 11 years. I'm planning on playing Hytale for another 11 years.